Hey, what's up guys, it's Card Shuffler 99 here, and today we are going to be revealing for you guys Shin Lim's card trick that he performed on the Ellen show. So we're going to be putting this whole trick together. We're going to make sure that by the time you guys leave this video, you have a general sense of how he actually did this. Now, this is a card trick, something that we actually specialize in, as opposed to what he normally did on America's Got Talent with his close-up magic. So this is something that we can actually demonstrate to you guys so you have a general sense how you guys can go ahead and perform this. So all you would need for this trick is a marker and a deck of cards, and you guys are set to go. Now, really quick, we do have a giveaway on the channel. If you guys want to enter, we're giving away 10 decks of cards as well as 5 $10 Amazon gift cards. That is $50 of Amazon gift cards. All you guys have to do to enter is like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you guys like about the video down in the comment section below, and make sure you guys turn on your post notifications. Also, special thanks to Amazon. Thanks to Amazon, we have our very own link down in the description. You guys can go check that link out. Basically, we have a whole page of product recommendations. So if you guys want to purchase anything on Amazon, you guys can check that link and go ahead and purchase whatever you want. Just use our referral link. But anyway, guys, let's get straight into this video. Also, we do want to give a special congratulations to Shin Lim, being the second magician to win America's Got Talent right after Matt Franco. It's crazy because usually we only see singers and dancers win this type of competition. So to see a magician go out and actually win it, we are definitely happy to see that. He's a great magician, and I've said this many times in the past. Shin Lim is probably the best #1 magician in the world at the moment. Because sleight of hand, close-up card magic takes so much skill, and just to be able to basically put together your own tricks and perform them and execute them at a high level is actually very, very difficult. So, want to get that out of the way. Great magician. But anyway, what he performed, now he did 2 different tricks on the Ellen show. So he did a version of the kissing card trick on the Ellen show, which is what I'm going to be teaching you guys today. And then he also did the same trick he performed on America's Got Talent at the poker table with 3 spectators, right? So he did 2 different performances on Ellen. If you guys want to see the reveal for that poker table trick that he did on Ellen as well, we will have that in a separate video, and we can actually link that down in the description for you guys as well. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure to do that if you want to learn how that one's done. But anyway, guys, all you're going to need for this, now you'll notice I will put the performance link down in the description so you guys know exactly which trick I'm talking about. He did do a couple on the Ellen show. So what you're going to need for this is a set of duplicates. Now, in the beginning of his routine, he did a lot of the ambitious card. He did his own sort of version of the ambitious card. I'm not going to teach you guys how to do that. That's not really the main part of his trick there. But just to give you guys a brief sense of how he did that, essentially, there's just a move. And if you guys want us to teach this in a separate video, just let us know down in the comment section. But basically what he did was when he showed the card out-jogged in the middle of the deck, by the time he brought it down, this is not the actual card. He's going to pass it to the bottom, and that's essentially how you do it, and then you would do some sort of magician's choice. Now, we're not talking about that. We're talking about what he did after that with a signed playing card. So in this case, let's use not a face card. Let's just get a number card out. So at this point in the trick, he's doing the kissing card trick. This is the part where he had Ellen sign a card, he signed a card, they folded it up, put it in her mouth, put it in his mouth, and suddenly the cards would switch places. So let me teach you guys how to go about doing this. So what you're going to do is take any card you want, and you're going to need a duplicate of this card. Now, this is going to be the setup before you go into the trick. So what you're going to do is you're going to sign this card any way you want that makes it unique. So in this case, let me just write 99. So we're just going to write a 99 at the top there. And you got to know where you write it, just there at the top there, 99. Now, if you had something like this, you could do a bigger signature. Just because we have the 8 of clubs, you might want to do it somewhere else, especially if you have a black marker. So in this case, that's going to be my duplicate. Make sure the ink dries. And your setup is essentially going to be this. So he's going to start with the signed card, the signed duplicate on the very top. Right under that is going to be the other duplicate, okay? Now, what you're going to do at this point is you're going to start out and you're going to have the spectators start by signing their card. So what they can do, now if you guys were to start this trick from the beginning, now at this point, he's starting the kissing card trick after he did his ambitious card routine. So at this point, Ellen's card was already signed and it already was in her hand. But if you guys were to start this trick just by itself, you could have them select any card out of the deck, just say, hey, pick a card and sign it, right? So you could start it like that, so long as these 2 cards are still on the top of the deck. You can do false cuts, anything like that. Just make sure those 2 are on the top of the deck. So at this point, you can do anything you want. Just go with the CS. Okay, so you have the card signed. This is the spectator's signed selection. Now, you'll notice what he did. Obviously, at this point, the card's already selected, and you'll notice what he's going to do is he's going to try to distract Ellen. And the way he does is he's going to say, can you examine the card, check to see if there's anything funny with it? And you'll notice he's going to do a little move by his side where he's actually flipping the top card over. Now, if you guys wanted to just turn around, you can easily just flip the card over and grab a break, just like so. Or, obviously, I mean, you can't see me right now, but what normally magicians do, and this is what he did, you'll push the deck against the side of your body, and you'll actually use your body as a guide to then flip this card over, right? And you're doing this obviously concealed so nobody can see it. And you'll notice he's going to take the card and he's going to put it right on top of it. He's going to line it up, okay? Now, what he's going to do from here, at this point, you're going to have their sign selection directly on top of your duplicated card. You're going to keep this just like so. And you're going to do, just flip both cards over, just like a double lift. You're going to flip them both over. Take this off, and he's going to fold it up. Okay, so in this case, he's going to fold it up. So once again, you'll be in this position here. You're going to want to get this card flipped over. You can put the deck against your body. Let's say this was, you know, the side of my body right here. You push the deck up against it just like so, and you basically grab a break. The way you can do that is you push the card out, pull it back in, and you can grab a piggy break just like so. Now at this point, he's going to keep this concealed. At that, you're going to take this, put this right on top. Obviously, you don't want to show that, so you're just going to take it, put it on the bottom like so, flip it over and say, okay, we have your selection here. You're going to want to flip that over, and you're going to fold this card up. He's going to say, let's make it somewhat unique, creases and folds, and he's going to fold the card up just like so. Now, if you want to add a little flair to it, you can fold the card something like this where it's not perfect. That way, you can do what he did where you don't actually fully take the card out of your mouth, but you have your teeth biting on the corner of it. That way, when you unfold it, it would make the reveal. So, at this point, they think this is their card. It's not. That was the first switch because you just gave them your duplicated card, right? This is your duplicated card, but they think this is their card. You're then going to tell them to bite down on the card. In this case, I'll just put it, actually, we'll just put it right over here. Okay, so that's going to be in their mouth. And at this point, what you have is you have their selection as well as your duplicate card. You're going to just have to get a double lift, so meaning what you're going to do is you're going to get a break on both cards, and you're going to want to flip them both over. Now, at this point, you want to sign the card in the same fashion that you signed the other ones. In this case, we're going to go 99. Doesn't have to be perfect. The closer to perfect, the better, but it doesn't have to be. As long as you show them, say, okay, we got the 99 right up here, right at the top. Same deal at this point. So you still have two cards in your possession at this point, right? Your job is to now make the final switch. Once again, grab both cards, flip it over as if you were flipping over one card. Don't be afraid to have the cards split apart. You just want to flip them over as one, and then you're going to go straight into the fold. Now, once again, you're left with some evidence. You have this final this card that you signed here. So this last card that you signed, it doesn't actually become a part of the trick. It's going to stay right on top of the deck. If you want to get rid of it, you can cut it into the deck. You can do something slick, like a one-handed cut, anything like that. Just put it away. At this point, this goes into your mouth. So once again, if you wanted to, you could fold it on an angle, giving yourself a place. This is what he did, so he could bite onto one of the corners, and that way, once you pull it out of your mouth, you can reveal it in the corner, right? So you can do something like that. So at this point, you have their card, they have your card, but they think it's vice versa, right? They don't know exactly what's happening here. All you have to do is do whatever you want. Traditionally, this is known as the kissing card trick, and he wasn't going to go out there and start kissing someone. So what he did was, he had them like hold hands and basically make a connection and say, I think I got it. I think I got it. He opens up the card and says, that's your card. She opens up hers, and bam, they switch. Now, once again, the actual traditional method is to say, let's see if we can get a connection, let's kiss, and then go from there. That's not what he did. But let me give you one last brief overview of how this is done. You'll have their selection, you'll have your duplicate, the signed version on top, the non-signed version right underneath of it. What you're going to do is you're going to, on the side of your body, while they're signing their card or while they're looking at it, telling them to examine it, anything like that, you're going to flip over the top card. You're then going to take their selection, put it on top. Now, it's obviously hard because this is already folded, but you're going to flip that over. You're going to fold the card up, give it to them. You're then going to do a double lift. Okay, so you'll do the double lift. You'll sign the card. Then you'll flip it back over. You're going to fold the final card. Once again, this last card would not be a part of the trick. From there, you take this card, you take that card. You can do whatever you want. any sort of routine you want to go about doing that, and just like that, you can get the cards to switch. So this is one of my favorite card tricks. This is the trick that he performed on the Ellen Show. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and anyway, this is Card Shuffler 99. Peace out, guys.